Today we're going to be talking about the 3 unwritten rules of plans. Now first off, I want you to picture this. Picture that you bought a brand new shirt and you can't wait to wear it to school because you just know that it's the thing that's finally going to get that cute girl or that cute guy to notice you. Now you plan out your outfit and you make sure that it all matches perfectly. And when you're eating lunch, tragedy strikes. You spill ketchup all over your new shirt. Just as the person that you've had a crush on forever walks up to your table. Sometimes life doesn't go as we plan. And in the Bible, there's a story. And this story is about this guy. And this guy's name's Gideon. And not only was Gideon from the weakest clan in the tribe of Manasseh, but he was also the weakest person in his entire family. Anybody felt like that? Been there. Anyway, Gideon was definitely an unlikely person for God to choose. And later, God leads Gideon into battle against the Midianites, and these are an enemy an enemy tribe. And Gideon leads with 38,000 men. And then God tells Gideon that he has too many warriors, and that if they defeat the Midianites, it'll look like they did it by themselves. And God doesn't want that. So Gideon sends 2,000 men home. And God said, that's still too many. So eventually, Gideon, after they go back and forth and do this a few times and go through some different tests and things, you should read the story, it's really great. But after they do all this, Gideon is actually, in the end, left with only 300 men. And the Lord goes on to give Gideon and Israel the victory over the Midianites with only those 300 soldiers. And this certainly wasn't what Gideon originally had planned at all. I don't know if you've ever led an army. I have not. Maybe some of your parents have. But to have your people shrunk down to such an extent, there is only one person you can lean on, and that is God. So when we think about the future and what God has in store for us, it's important to remember that things won't always go as we plan. In fact, there are 3 unwritten rules of plans that we should follow. Here's the first one. Plan to start over. Life is a series of starting over. As soon as you get to middle school down, it's time to start high school. But right when you think you've gotten ins and outs of high school, it's time to start college and being a real adult. Some of us. And the truth is, it never ends. Learn to start over when plans change. Roll with it. You never ever know what God might be up to. Embrace the current season that you're in. And 2, plan to say no. This is something that's very difficult for me, but plan to say no. Sometimes we have to say no to good things in order to say yes to the best things. You can't do everything. Pray for the wisdom to know where you should invest your time and to have the biggest, and that it will have the biggest impact for the kingdom of God. Number 3, plan to be creative. God's plans can sometimes take us down paths we don't expect. For Gideon, this involved using what he had, clay jars with torches instead of normal battle-ready weapons. Use the gifts that God has given you today. Don't worry about other people. Recognize that what God has given you with His help goes further than you could ever imagine. Thank you guys so much for listening to day 4. I will see you on Monday for day 5. I miss you guys. Love you all. Hope everything is well. Comment in the comments. Please keep sending your questions. I would love to start answering some of those. And so until next time, take care.